I close my eyes and allow the world to soften around me. The day that once buzzed with movement and noise now fades like a lantern flickering its last flame in a distant temple hall. My breath rises, gentle and slow, like a morning mist lifting from a quiet mountain lake. I don't hurry it. I don't shape it. I let it flow as naturally as the wind through bamboo leaves. In this stillness, I begin to return to myself. Not the self that rushed or planned or held on to worries as if they were precious treasures, but the self beneath all that, the quiet one, the one that has always been here, patiently waiting like a lotus bud in early dawn. Untouched by the chaos above the water, I breathe in. I feel the coolness at the tip of my nose. I breathe out. I feel warmth drift away with every gentle exhale. The world narrows to this one simple rhythm: breath and release, rise and fall. I imagine I am standing at the entrance of an ancient Zen temple, just as twilight settles. The sky glows soft gold, fading into purple like silk brushed by moonlight. My feet rest on smooth stone steps, worn by countless years and countless monks who walked here before me. I can almost feel their presence in the gentle silence, like whispers of peace carried through time. I take a slow breath. The scent of cedar wood and incense surrounds me. Not strong, just enough to remind me that sacred places do not need to speak loudly. Peace is quiet. Wisdom is soft. Truth waits patiently. A wooden bell sounds somewhere deep inside the temple, one pure tone, calm and round, like a droplet falling into still water. Its vibration travels through my chest, through my spine, through a place deeper than my thoughts. The sound doesn't end quickly. It stretches like a beam of light reaching across the night, then dissolves gently into stillness. I recognize this feeling. I am not entering a place outside myself. I am returning to a place within. I take another breath. I let it be slow, unforced, as though I am breathing for the first time. With every breath in, it feels as if fresh mountain air fills my lungs, cool and clear. With every slow exhale, something loosens inside meal-like leaves falling gently from an autumn tree, making room for new growth in spring. My thoughts flutter for a moment like sparrows startled in bamboo branches. A memory, a task unfinished, a worry about tomorrow. They rise, they flutter. I do not chase them. I do not force them to stay. I watch them as they drift away, carried by the same wind that brushes temple gardens at dusk. How light they become when I stop holding them. I breathe again, slowly, kindly. My chest expands softly. My shoulders sink deeper, and I feel the weight that once pressed against my heart begin to melt like snow under morning sunlight. There is no ambition here, no comparison, no trying to be anything other than what I am in this moment, simply a breath. Floating in time, I begin to feel as though I am dissolving into the evening air. The boundary between my skin and the world grows thin, soft, almost transparent. I can sense the stillness around me, and I can also sense that same stillness inside me, as though they were never separate at all. Somewhere in the distance, I hear water flowing, not rushing, not crashing, just moving, gently, patiently, like a river that has learned there is no need to hurry. I imagine stepping into the temple court, where lanterns glow warm against the growing night. The gravel path beneath my feet feels cool, grounding, and ancient. A monk sweeps the stones, slow and deliberate, each movement a living prayer. He does not look up at me, not because I am unseen, but because he needs not look. He already knows I am here. He knows every soul eventually returns to stillness. I bow in silence, and though I speak no words, I feel a quiet greeting, exchange heart to heart, breath to breath. Every inhale, like drinking peas, every exhale, like releasing centuries of dust. I am not lost. I am simply arriving. A soft breeze touches my cheek. It carries the faint rustle of leaves, the distant hum of cicadas preparing their night song, and the tender hush of the universe settling into rest. I feel the earth beneath me, steady, patient, eternal. No matter how fast the world runs, the earth remains grounded, and I am grounded with it. My breath deepens without effort, as though the body has remembered its original rhythm. The rhythm it had long before worry existed, before noise became normal, before I learned to rush, with each breath. I feel a doorway opening inside my chest. A doorway to peace. A doorway to simplicity. A doorway to the quiet truth that I am enough, just as I am, breathing, being, resting. I imagine sitting beneath a tall pine tree near the temple gardens. The bark is rough against my back, strong and ancient. Its presence comforts me like a gentle guardian rooted deeply in the earth. Pine needles whisper overhead, and the moon rises slowly, silver and soft, illuminating the world in sacred calm. I breathe again, and time itself seems to slow. Even my heartbeat feels serene. Tapping gently like a monk's fingers on a meditation drum, in this stillness, I do not need to achieve. I do not need to prove anything. I do not need to become anyone else. I simply allow myself to exist, quietly and completely. Like a single lotus floating on tranquil water, I feel the air move in and out of my lungs like an invisible tide. Each breath washes me clean. Each exhale loosens another knot inside me. There is no rush, no urgency. The universe itself has slowed to match my breathing, and I feel held within it as I continue to breathe. I whisper silently to myself teeny phrases, soft as falling petals. I am here. I am safe. I am calm. I am resting. Each word melts deeper into my heart. Like warm tea, soothing a cold morning. Soon, the world around me grows velvety and dreamlike. My thoughts are faint shadows, now drifting away into night. My muscles soften, my eyelids feel heavy, and a deep tranquility settles into my bones. In this ancient quiet, I feel as though I am floating, carried gently by breath, by time, by peace. Nothing to hold, nothing to fear, nothing to fix. Just being, just resting, just breathing in stillness. And with each breath, I drift deeper into calm, as though sleep itself is bowing before me, waiting patiently like a temple guardian at the gate, ready to guide me into a night filled with peace, stillness, and dreams shaped like moonlight on water. The world is soft now. My heart is soft. My breath is soft, and I surrender effortlessly to this ancient peace that has always been here waiting for the moment I finally return to it. I breathe, I rest, I float into silence, and the stillness welcomes me home. I remember a time when my heart could not rest, when every dream I held felt distant, and every step forward seemed lost in mist. The world around me moved quickly, yet I felt like a still pond waiting for wind. In those days, I often wandered to a quiet pond at the edge of a small mountain village. It was a place where the air tasted clean, like dew resting on morning grass, and the sound of distant temple bells drifted gently across the valley. By the water's edge grew a single lotus, but small, tightly closed, and humble among the reeds. Day after day, I sat beside it. I did not know why, only that something about that fragile bud called to me. It stood there, patient and unmoving, while the world swirled and rushed beyond the mountains. Each morning, before the sun had fully risen, I would sit cross-legged beside the pond's glassy surface. The mist swirled low, as though the sky stooped down to greet the earth. Dragonflies hovered like tiny lanterns in the air, and always the lotus waited. At first, I believed it would bloom quickly. Surely something so delicate and pure must hurry to reveal its beauty. But days passed, then weeks. The world changed around it. Golden leaves fell into the pond. Winter winds brushed its stem. Rain whispered against the water surface. But the lotus remained closed, quiet, unmoved. I began to imagine that perhaps it simply lacked courage to open. Perhaps it feared the world. Perhaps the world feared its beauty. Each time I sat with it, I wondered if I, too, was a lotus that did not yet know how to bloom. I watched the villagers come and go in the distance. Their footsteps hurried, their voices quick, their minds filled with deadlines and duties. They looked at the pond, but never really saw it. They admired the mountains, but never listened to the silence resting upon them. I, too, had been like them once, always reaching, always impatient, always believing that life waited somewhere ahead, instead of breathing gently beside me. One evening, an old monk walked down the path, his sandals whispering against the stones. He paused near me and smiled not at me, but at the lotus, as though greeting an old friend. "You come here every day," he said softly. His voice was calm, like a stream flowing under moonlight. "Yes," I replied. "I'm waiting for it to bloom." The monk's eyes warmed, amused, but not unkind. "Why do you wait for the flower?" he asked. "Because when it opens," I said, "I will feel peace." He closed his eyes briefly, breathing in the scent of damp earth and water lilies. Then he lowered himself beside me, old bones moving slowly, gracefully, like bamboo bending in a gentle breeze. "When you first came here," he whispered, "did this pond not already bring you peace?" I hesitated. The breeze softened. The water mirrored the sky like a sheet of silver silk. "It did," I admitted quietly, "but I want to see the lotus open. It will be beautiful." The monk smiled deeper, a smile carved by many seasons. "Beauty does not bloom because you demand it," he said. "Nor does peace open simply because you wait." His words settled over me like snow falls silent, gentle, and somehow heavy with meaning. "Tell me," he continued, "does the lotus rush to show its petals to the world? Does nature hurry simply because you wish it to?" I looked at the bud, again still closed, still patient, still unmoved. "What if it never opens?" I asked. There was a tremor in my voice, as though the question touched a deeper place inside me. "Then your attachment, not the lotus, will be the cause of your restlessness." The monk said. We sat together in silence. The wind shifted, rippling the pond like soft breath. In that still moment, I realized how much longing I had placed upon something that was not mine to control. The monk placed his hand gently on the ground, feeling the earth. "Everything blooms in its season," he murmured, "even the heart." Then he stood, bowed to the lotus knot as a teacher to a student, but as one soul honoring another, and walked slowly up the path, disappearing between cedar trees, I remained by the pond as dusk embraced the world. Crickets began their nightly chorus. The moon climbed into the sky, round and pale, and the lotus stood silent in the dim light. For the first time since I had begun visiting, I did not stare at it with expectation. I simply sat with it, like two beings sharing stillness. Like two breaths flowing in harmony. Days passed. The air warmed. Winter loosened its grip. The village woke to spring. Cherry blossoms floated through the valley like pink snowflakes, and the pond reflected their gentle fall. And still, the lotus waited. And this time, so did I not with impatience, but with breath, with presence, with calm. One morning, without warning, a single ray of golden sunlight touched the water like a blessing. The breeze softened to a whisper. The world seemed to inhale, and slowly, so slowly, I nearly missed it. The lotus began to open, petal by petal, like prayer beads unfolding in light. It revealed itself, soft pink, pure and radiant, glowing as though it held sunrise within its very heart. I did not gasp. I did not rush forward. I did not cling to the moment, fearing its end. I simply watched, breathing, present, grateful as the petals spread wide. I felt something inside me open too. A stillness, a gentle truth, a lesson whispered without a single word. What blooms in patience cannot be uprooted by fear. What grows in silence does not depend on time, and the heart that waits without grasping finds peace long before the flower opens in that quiet morning light. The lotus was no longer just a flower. It was a mirror, a teacher, a reminder that everything arrives when it is ready, including me now. When I breathe, I remember I do not hurry my becoming. I do not rush my peace. I do not force my bloom dot. Like the lotus, I let the world unfold around me. And like the lotus, I simply wait, not in longing, but in trust. The pond remains calm. The mountains still watch. The temple bells continue to sing softly through the valley. And somewhere within the gentle stillness, my heart opens softly, petal by petal, in its own time, under its own sun, just as it was always meant to. I breathe, I wait, and I bloom. I walk along a narrow path that winds through the bamboo grove behind the old temple. The stalks rise like quiet sentinels, tall and slender, their green shafts glinting faintly in the soft morning light. Each step I take presses softly against the earth, muffled by a carpet of fallen leaves. The world is hushed here, yet alive, the kind of alive that does not demand attention, but whispers its presence to anyone patient enough to notice. The air is damp and sweet, carrying the scent of earth and new growth. I pause and let the breeze brush across my face. A single leaf flutters past, spinning like a tiny dancer, and I realize the grove has been waiting for me. Not to impress me, not to test me, but simply to exist as it is, quietly and fully. Somewhere ahead, I hear the gentle clatter of bamboo, a soft rustling like distant wind chimes. The sound draws me onward. I follow it through a narrow bend where sunlight filters down in thin, golden shafts. Shadows twist and turn, shifting with the sway of the stalks. The rustling grows clearer, more deliberate, until I see him, the monk. He is small in stature, his robes faded to the color of old tea leaves. He moves slowly, carefully, brushing aside leaves and stalks, yet his presence commands the grove. He is not loud or demanding, but there is an undeniable weight to the serenity that surrounds him. He notices me and smiles, a smile that feels like the world itself has exhaled. "Good morning," he says, his voice soft yet resonant. It carries through the bamboo like a single note on a distant bell. "Good morning," I reply, feeling the words fall gently into the grove. He gestures for me to walk beside him, and together we move deeper into the bamboo. The rustling intensifies like a living heartbeat woven into the stalks themselves. I notice how every movement of the leaves responds to him as though the grove bends, listens, and breathes along with his steps. "Listen," he says after a long pause. The bamboo has a language, though few hear it. It speaks in rustles, in whispers, in silence between the sounds. At first, I hear nothing but random noise, the faint shiver of leaves. Then I notice the pattern, the way the wind passes through some stalks and not others. The subtle cadence, the way the tallest bamboo bends just slightly, as if nodding. Each sound is gentle, deliberate, unhurried. The bamboo teaches patience. The monk continues. It does not grow in haste. It does not struggle against the sun or soil. Yet in time, it rises taller than most trees, stronger than storms, and flexible enough to bend without breaking. I breathe deeply, letting his words sink into me. I imagine the life of the bamboo, rooted in silence, nourished by the earth, strengthened by the seasons. Its patience is not passive. It is an active, living trust in the flow of time, a quiet faith in the process of becoming. The monk pauses beside a particularly tall clump of bamboo. One stalk sways gently in the breeze, brushing against its neighbor, producing a delicate chime. He extends his hand, letting his fingers trace the smooth surface. "Notice how it bends without resistance," he whispers. "Notice how it yields, yet remains upright. So too should your heart. Yield when necessary, Bend to life's currents, but do not surrender your essence. I watch him, and in his simple presence, I feel the grove respond. The wind seems to soften, the rustling takes on a rhythm, and even the light filtering through the leaves seems warmer, calmer. We continue walking. And he begins to tell me stories, not tales of heroism or adventure, but observations about a bamboo shoot that grew in shade and struggled for months before finally reaching sunlight, about a grove that had survived a harsh winter because each stalk supported its neighbor, about how silence can teach more than words if one is willing to listen. I realize that the bamboo and the monk share something profound. Neither forces life, neither rushes its course. Both move with a rhythm of existence. Both trust in what cannot be hurried. At one point, he stops and sits on a flat stone beside the path. I follow and sit as well. The rustling surrounds us like a living song. I close my eyes and try to hear it fully, the delicate patter of leaves, the whisper of wind, the soft sigh of the earth beneath our feet. Breathe with it, he instructs. Let your inhalation match the wind. Let your exhalation match the sway. Become part of the rhythm. Do not resist. Do not grasp. Simply be. I breathe, slowly, deeply, in and out, in and out. Time seems to stretch. My thoughts drift, untethered. I feel the weight of the world soften, the tension in my shoulders dissolve. My chest expands freely, my lungs drink the cool, earthy air, and I sense a connection deeper than understanding. You see, the monk says softly, life is like bamboo. It will bend with the storms, it will sway with the wind, but its roots are deep. Your roots, your inner truth must be the same. Strong, yet flexible. Grounded, yet yielding. I nod without thinking. The rustling seems louder now, yet it is no longer noise. It is communication, a gentle dialogue between the grove, the monk, and my own being. Hours could pass in such stillness, though it feels like moments. I do not wish for them to end. Every rustle, every breath, every heartbeat feels sacred at one point. The monk rises slowly, stretching like the bamboo itself. We must walk on, he says, and together we move again. But I know that the lesson lingers in the air, in the spaces between stalks, in the sway of leaves, in the silence that is louder than any words. Remember, he adds, as we reach the edge of the grove, the bamboo does not hurry. Neither should you. Let life teach you its rhythm. Let it move through you, not against you. In patience, in stillness, you will find strength greater than storms and peace deeper than the clearest pond. I leave the grove slowly, feeling the path beneath my feet, the wind in my hair, the rhythm of the bamboo echoing in my chest. Every step carries me more fully into presence. I am not rushing. I am not striving. I am simply walking, breathing, listening, and learning. The grove behind me rustles softly, as though whispering a farewell. One bows lightly, honoring the lesson it has given me. And in that quiet act, I feel a profound sense of gratitude, even as the world outside moves fast. I carry the rhythm of the bamboo inside me. Each breath, each pause, each gentle sway reminds me, life is not a race. It is a dance, a dialogue with the universe. Flexibility is strength. Silence is wisdom. Patience is peace. And in this truth, I feel myself becoming like the bamboo root, resilient and at ease with the wind. I breathe in deeply. I breathe out slowly. And I continue walking, carrying the rustling lesson with me. Wherever I go, I climb slowly, deliberately, up the winding path that leads to the mountain where silence reigns. The stones beneath my feet are cool, smooth from centuries of rain and wind, and each step feels like a prayer in motion. The forest thins as I ascend, leaving only the scent of pine and the faint hum of distant streams. With every step, the chatter in my mind quiets, like clouds drifting away to reveal a clear sky. The air grows thinner, crisper, carrying a chill that awakens my senses. I pause and breathe deeply, feeling the life around me settle into rhythm with my own. The mountainside is still, yet alive in eternal presence that does not need recognition. I feel it in the vibration of the earth beneath my feet, in the whisper of wind threading through the rocks, and in the subtle rustle of leaves that bend without sound as I continue upward. I notice the sun beginning its descent, casting long shadows that stretch across the mountain like gentle fingers. Light falls softly on the jagged peaks, turning stone to gold, moss to emerald. Every detail, the curve of a boulder, the delicate sweep of grass, the sudden flash of a bird's wing, carries a calm authority, as if the mountain itself teaches without words. I stop beside a narrow ledge, looking down at the valleys below. Mist hangs in the hollows, curling and curling like smoke from some unseen incense. The world seems paused, suspended in a delicate balance between night and day. I sit on the edge of the rock, cross my legs, and close my eyes. The silence envelops me completely, yet it is not empty. It hums with life and truth. I let myself sink into it, letting every thought dissolve, every worry dissipate. Time stretches, almost meaningless, as if measured only by the slow rise and fall of my breath. I inhale, feeling the mountain enter my lungs, filling me with its eternal calm. I exhale, letting go of tension, release, and any lingering resistance here on this mountain. I feel the vastness of existence pressing gently against me, not to overwhelm, but to remind me of the quiet strength that surrounds all things. I notice how small my anxieties seem against the backdrop of these ancient stones. I realize that the mountain has endured storms, droughts, and countless seasons, yet it remains unmoved in its essence. So too can my spirit remain centered if I allow it. The wind shifts, brushing against my skin like soft silk. It carries whispers of the past echoes of monks who sat here before me, meditating, seeking truth. I feel their presence not as ghosts, but as guidance, a current running through time, connecting breath to breath, heart to heart. Their stillness is a gift, a mirror reflecting what is always within me. I begin to notice the subtle details, the way shadows stretch along the crevices, the way a distant waterfall spills into a hidden valley, the way clouds gather and part with gentle authority. Each moment is a lesson in observation, patience, and surrender. I am reminded that life unfolds at its own pace, and that by rushing, I risk missing the quiet lessons embedded in each breath, each step, each heartbeat. I shift slightly, settling more comfortably on the rock. My mind, which once raced like a river in flood, now flows slowly, deliberately, mirroring the mountain's own pace. I am aware of the rhythm of my body, the weight of my spine, the stretch of my legs, the gentle rise and fall of my chest. I feel every nerve, every fiber, alive yet calm. In this silence, I begin to perceive a deeper layer of sound, the subtle symphony of existence. A leaf falls somewhere above, landing with a soft tap. A distant bird calls, its voice carried on the wind. A stone shifts under unseen pressure. Even the air itself seems to breathe, pulsing with quiet life. I listen, not as an observer, but as a participant, a single note in this eternal composition. Hours or perhaps moments pass. I no longer distinguish one from the other. I do not seek distraction or entertainment. I do not wish to escape. I am content to be here, present, anchored in the mountain's enduring stillness. My thoughts come and go like clouds across a bright sky. A worry rises. I watch it drift. A memory surfaces. I let it pass. I do not cling. I do not resist. I simply witness as the mountain witnesses all things, without judgment, without hurry, without fear. The sun dips lower, painting the sky in soft shades of amber and violet. Shadows lengthen, stretching across the peaks, and the world grows dim yet rich in detail. I feel a profound peace settle deep in my bones, a sense of alignment with something far greater than myself. It is not a thought I hold. It is a truth I feel. I open my eyes briefly and see the valley below, bathed in twilight. Mist curling like a silver ribbon through the trees. The mountain's silence is not absence, but presence, steady, enduring force that reminds me that I am part of a larger whole. I close my eyes again, and the silence wraps me like a warm blanket. Each inhalation brings energy. Each exhalation releases tension. My body is grounded. My mind is clear. My spirit is free. I feel the mountain beneath me. Not as stone, not as earth, but as a living guide. It teaches without speaking, holds without grasping, endures without complaint. And I, in my smallness, am embraced by its wisdom. I breathe, long and slow. I feel the stillness settle in my chest, expand to my limbs, flow through every nerve. My heartbeat slows in harmony with the rhythm of the mountain. I am both nothing and everything, small yet infinite, temporary yet eternal. A gentle breeze brushes across my face. The trees sway lightly, their rustling like a whispered chant. Somewhere in the distance, a stream trickles over stones, a quiet melody of patience and persistence. I allow myself to melt into it, all to become part of the mountain's silent song, carrying its peace into the very center of my being as darkness deepens. I remain seated, aware of the rising moon, the coolness of the night air, and the profound stillness that surrounds me. The mountain teaches me that true calm does not come from avoiding life, but from embracing it fully, quietly, without resistance. I let go of expectation. I let go of fear. I let go of the need to control, to predict, to hurry. I am simply here, breathing, listening, being. The stars appear one by one, scattered like silver dust across the sky. I feel them reflected in the quiet depths of my mind, infinite and serene. I am a single breath among countless others, a moment of awareness in the vast flow of existence. I inhale, I exhale, I rest in the mountain's eternal stillness, and in this sacred quiet, I am at home. I breathe, I listen, I am Dot. The mountain waits, and I wait with it, open and unhurried, embraced by the silence that has endured for centuries. Eternal and unwavering, I sit at the edge of a quiet river, its surface reflecting the soft glow of the morning sun. The water moves gently, without hurry, winding through the forest like a silver ribbon that knows its path without question. I feel the river's presence in my chest, a subtle rhythm that calls me to open, to soften, to let the world flow through me as it flows through the earth. The river has always been here, long before I arrived, and it will remain long after I leave. Yet it does not dwell on time or permanence. It moves freely, giving itself to every stone, every curve, every tree that leans over its banks. I lean closer and notice the small ripples that form around a fallen leaf. The delicate circles expanding outward, touching everything in their path without resistance. Without expectation, I take a deep breath, letting the cool air fill my lungs. I feel the gentle tug of compassion, rising not from thought, but from presence. The river seems to whisper, not with words, but with the cadence of water itself. Soften, give, flow, release. I understand in this moment that the river is a mirror to my own heart, how often it becomes rigid, resisting what is, rather than bending gracefully through life's challenges. I dip my fingers into the water. It slips past my skin, smooth and forgiving. I imagine my own worries dissolving, carried downstream by the endless current. Every fear I have held, every expectation, every judgmental become ripples, touched and then released, flowing away toward a place I cannot see but trust exists. A heron lifts from the bank, wings unfolding in silent elegance. It glides above the river, effortless and free. I follow its path with my eyes, noticing the way it responds to the air currents without resistance, without forcing its movement. Its freedom reminds me of the freedom inherent in compassion, the ability to give without holding, to care without clinging, to love without expectation. I close my eyes, inhaling deeply. I imagine the river's current entering me with each breath. Its flow moves through my chest, my shoulders, my arms, settling in my hands. I feel warmth spreading through my body, a gentle reminder that kindness, like water, is strongest when it is allowed to move freely. I think of those I have struggled to forgive, those I have judged too harshly, those I have held at a distance out of fear or pride. I imagine the river washing over each thought, smoothing rough edges, softening the sharp points of anger and resentment. In this gentle flow, there is no need for explanation or defense. There is only release and acceptance, the quiet power of giving space to what is. The wind stirs, moving lightly across the river's surface. It bends the reeds at the bank, creating tiny waves that shimmer in the sunlight. I notice how the reeds do not resist, how they do not fight the water or the wind. They sway in harmony with the forces around them, rooted yet supple, strong yet yielding. The river teaches me that compassion is like this, does not force or demand. It bends with the world while remaining grounded in its own strength. I rise and step closer to the water. My reflection shimmers in the gentle current, distorted but recognizable. I reach out, letting the water embrace my hands fully. The cool touch reminds me that to give compassion, I must first allow it to flow through me, to be present in my own heart. I cannot force the river, I cannot command the current, and neither can I force the heart of another. I can only be patient, present, and flowing. A soft sound of laughter drifts from the forest beyond. Perhaps a child, perhaps the wind. It does not matter. I feel the joy ripple through me, mingling with the river's current, softening my chest, loosening my shoulders, opening a space that has been held tight for too long. I breathe in, feeling the world around me move gently with the same rhythm as my heart. I imagine sending this river of compassion outward. Each thought, each intention, each wish for kindness becomes a ripple, expanding outward in ways I cannot see but trust exist. I picture it touching strangers, friends, animals, trees, the stones at the river's edge. Each ripple carries a whisper of understanding, a spark of gentleness, a quiet blessing that travels without need for recognition. The river curves around a bend, revealing a deeper pool where the sunlight dances on the surface. I sit beside it, letting the current soothe my mind. Let it soften the tight knots of worry and fatigue that I have carried. I notice how the water does not judge the stones it passes, how it embraces each obstacle and continues its course. This is the nature of compassion: to touch without condemning, to hold without clinging, to flow without attachment. A heron returns to the pool, dipping its beak gracefully into the water. I watch in silence, noticing how its movements are precise yet effortless, deliberate yet free. I realize that living with compassion requires the same balance: attentiveness without rigidity, care without attachment, giving without expectation. I close my eyes again. I let the river flow through my imagination, through my body, through my very breath. Each inhale draws in the energy of patience. Each exhale releases judgment, fear, and tension. The rhythm of my breathing matches the gentle pulse of the water. I am both observer and participant, both giver and receiver, both the river and the riverbank. I think of moments when I acted harshly, when I closed my heart to someone who needed warmth. I imagine those moments dissolving into the current, carried downstream, softened and transformed by the water's quiet power. I forgive myself and, in turn, send that forgiveness outward to the world. A gentle breeze lifts, carrying the scent of wet earth, pine, and blossoms. I imagine it blending with the river, a soft symphony of nature, reminding me that compassion is not separate from life, it's life itself. To be compassionate is to flow, to bend, to touch, to release, to care without needing return. I lean back against a smooth stone, letting the river's song fill every space within me. Its current moves like light through water, gentle yet persistent, touching every crevice, every hidden corner of my being. I feel warmth spread from my chest to my hands, my legs, my face. I am softened. I am open. I am alive. The sunlight shifts, painting the ripples in gold and silver. A dragonfly skims the surface, delicate wings shimmering in the reflection. I breathe with it, inhaling the beauty, exhaling my tension. I imagine the river of compassion touching everyone it can, everywhere it can, without demand, without expectation, without hurry. I dip my hands into the water one last time. I feel the cool, flowing touch of life itself. And I understand that compassion is not something to earn or achieve, is something to allow, to let move through me as naturally as the river moves through the forest. I rise slowly, feeling the ground beneath my feet and the water flowing at my fingertips. I carry the river with me as an object, but as a presence. I breathe in. I breathe out. Each ripple, each wave, each soft current within me is a reminder that gentle compassion is endless, flowing, eternal dot. And as I walk away from the riverbank, I leave behind no marks, no demands, only the quiet knowledge that the river of compassion flows through me, through the world, and through every heart willing to receive it. I breathe, I feel, I release, and I flow. I find myself walking along a narrow path that winds through a quiet forest, bathed in the soft silver glow of the moon. Each step I take is deliberate, yet effortless. The earth beneath my feet, solid, yet yielding, a gentle support guiding me forward. The trees arch overhead, their branches forming a natural cathedral, and their leaves shimmer softly, reflecting the light in patterns that seem almost sacred. I feel the night embrace me like a familiar friend, cool and tender, carrying away the weight of the day. I breathe in deeply, inhaling the crisp night air, rich with the scent of pine, damp earth, and blossoms that blooms silently under the moon. I exhale slowly, releasing tension, releasing worry, releasing the last threads of thought that cling too tightly to the waking world. My breath becomes my guide, rising and falling like the tide, gentle and constant, pulling me deeper into the rhythm of the night. With each step, the world grows quieter, yet more alive. I notice the subtle symphony of nocturnal life, the distant call of an owl, the rustle of a small creature in the underbrush, the soft murmur of a stream weaving through the forest. None of it disturbs me. Instead, it draws me further into presence, into awareness, into a calm that feels both expansive and intimate. I pause for a moment and close my eyes. I feel the moonlight brushing my skin, cool and delicate, like a tender hand guiding me along this path. The shadows around me are soft, not threatening, moving slowly with the rhythm of the trees and the breeze. I feel the earth beneath me, rooting me in this moment, and I realize how fully I am here, fully alive, fully present, yet ready to let go. I begin to walk again, each step slower than the last, allowing my body to relax completely. My shoulders sink, my arms loosen, my legs feel weightless, and my spine lengthens as if reaching toward the stars. I feel the tension that has built throughout the day dissolve, carried away by each mindful exhale. My breathing becomes a gentle wave, and with it, my mind begins to settle like a pond after a stone has been thrown into it. As I continue along the path, I notice the silver light of the moon reflecting in a small stream beside me. The water moves with ease, flowing around rocks and roots without struggle, always finding its way forward. I watch as it glides past, its surface sparkling like liquid crystal, and I imagine my own thoughts and worries flowing alongside it, carried gently downstream. Dissolved by the steady current of night, I come to a small clearing where the moonlight falls fully upon the ground. I sit down on the soft moss, feeling it cushion me completely, warm and supportive. I rest my hands on my knees and close my eyes again. I feel a wave of calm wash over me, beginning at the crown of my head and moving slowly down through my body. My scalp softens, my jaw unclenches, and the muscles in my face release entirely. My neck and shoulders follow, tension melting into the earth. I breathe in, feeling the air expand my chest fully. I breathe out, letting it carry away every last bit of tightness, every last thought that clings. My arms grow heavy, my hands soft, my fingers relaxed. My spine, once tense, now rests comfortably against the mossy ground. My legs, my hips, my feet sink into the earth with ease. I am fully supported. I am fully safe. I am ready to rest. I imagine a soft, warm light enveloping me, starting at my heart and spreading outward like the glow of a candle in darkness. It moves down my arms, across my torso, into my legs, until every part of me is bathed in gentle, soothing radiance. This light is peace itself, a quiet river flowing through my body, softening every corner, calming every nerve, and filling me with the sense that I am exactly where I need to be. I hear the faint sound of the stream beside me, the gentle rustle of the leaves, the soft sigh of the wind. Each sound becomes a guide, a lullaby that encourages me to let go, to float, to drift. I imagine myself merging with these sounds, becoming one with the night, one with the forest, one with the moonlit path itself. My mind, once busy, becomes still. My heart, once racing, becomes steady. My body, once tense, becomes weightless. With each exhale, I release more. I release the day. I release thought. I release expectation. I release control. I allow myself to surrender completely to the present moment, to the gentle guidance of the night, to the soothing rhythm of my own breath. I begin to imagine that I am no longer seated on the moss, but floating above it, gently lifted by a current of calm energy. The moonlight bathes me fully. The forest below becomes a soft blur, and I feel as though I am gliding through a dream, effortless, weightless, serene. Each breath carries me deeper into this state of ease, and I feel the edges of the waking world soften and fade. I bring my attention to my heart, feeling it expand with a sense of gratitude and love. I think of the day that has passed, and I release it with kindness. I think of moments that caused worry or pain, and I let them dissolve into the night. I imagine a soft river of compassion flowing from my heart, touching all who are in need, even if only in my mind, sending waves of peace into the world. I feel the energy of the moon surrounding me, a protective, nurturing glow. It wraps around me like a blanket, gentle and unyielding, filling me with security and serenity. I imagine this light flowing into my mind, quieting thoughts, softening memories, and encouraging sleep to arrive naturally, without force. I allow my body to feel heavier with each breath. My arms rest completely. My legs sink fully into the moss. My spine curves naturally, supported by the earth. My eyes feel heavy, as if the weight of the universe is gently pressing them closed, guiding me into slumber. With every inhalation, I draw in calm. With every exhalation, I release tension. I imagine walking along the path beneath the moon, my steps slow, my heart open, my mind free. The path stretches endlessly, yet I feel no need to reach the end. Each step is enough. Each breath is enough. Each moment is enough. The sounds of the night, the stream, the wind, the rustle of leaves become a soft rhythm, a lullaby that syncs perfectly with my breath. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. I feel myself sinking further into comfort, into ease, into sleep. I imagine the moonlight lifting me gently. I feel my muscles release completely. My heartbeat slows, steady and calm. My mind drifts like mist over the river, soft, fluid, weightless. I repeat silently to myself, I am safe, I am calm, I am at peace. I am ready to sleep. The moonlight deepens, casting silver shadows that cradle me. The forest around me becomes a soft cocoon. Every sound distant, every movement gentle, every breath aligning with my own. I feel as if the entire world has slowed, breathing in tandem with me, guiding me toward rest. I allow the edges of awareness to blur. I let imagination soften, letting my mind drift like a feather on the wind. The river, the mountain, the grove, they are all with me, companions on this final path of the day, offering calm, patience, and trust. I feel my eyelids grow impossibly heavy. The final threads of thought unravel. My body is fully relaxed. My breath moves in soft, rhythmic waves. My mind hovers between wakefulness and dreams, a liminal space of gentle transition. I imagine myself lying beneath the moon, the stars twinkling above like distant lanterns. The earth supports me completely. I feel safe. I feel calm. I feel cradled in the arms of night. The forest, the river, the mountain, they are all here, guiding me, holding me, whispering in soft rustles and silver light. I inhale slowly, drawing in the night's serenity. I exhale gently, releasing the day completely. My body feels heavier, yet lighter. My mind feels clear, yet open. My heart feels soft, yet full. I surrender to the rhythm of the universe, allowing sleep to arrive naturally, without force, without expectation. I repeat once more, softly, like a whisper carried on the wind. I am safe. I am calm. I am at peace. I am ready to sleep. The moon watches over me. The stars shine softly. The forest breathes, and I drift deeper, deeper, into rest, into dreams, into the gentle embrace of night, where peace is endless, calm is eternal, and sleep is a river flowing naturally, softly and completely through every part of me. I am ready. I surrender. I float. I sleep.